One Piece chapter 1171 has just came out, and we are about to react to it for the very first time. We are Whole Cake Homies. We react to every single new One Piece chapter and discuss our theories and thoughts and feelings about it at the end of the video. If you're here for the theories, skip to around the halfway point. If you're here for the reaction, we're about to get into it right now. If you like what you see, make sure you like and subscribe and comment. You know, let us know what you feel about the chapter or the Elbaph arc, or just like, I don't know, One Piece as a whole. All right, let's get right into it. The wake of the fierce battle at West Castle. So it's over. The wake. That was it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what I thought, which is crazy implications that Loki literally one-shot Herald, which is nuts. But you know,
yeah. I mean, he didn't one-shot. Yeah. He like there was like a couple of blows before the.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like Shanks and Gabon were wearing him down, and all of the guards had done their little chip damage, I guess.
Loki's power.
And then Loki's big power at the end. Oh yeah. You're right. It wasn't one shot. Yeah. It wasn't one shot. I forgot about that. But yeah, still crazy. Loki's crazy powerful. And Gabon is saying, if Herald left the castle in that state, he would have brought a great calamity to the world. I had a taste of that hopeless future during the fight. Do you think he saw, like, with future sight, he saw Herald leave the castle and, like, or was it just like he felt how strong he was during the fight?
Yeah, I think it's more like a metaphorical, future sight.
No matter how badly we wounded him, his body kept repairing itself. Oh, and we're seeing the same shots of the castle that we saw when we first entered. That's like with this bridge, with the gate, with the staircase. That's pretty awesome. It's shocking to think something actually stopped him. Did you know this sacred treasure would be that powerful, Jarl? No, I actually knew nothing about it. All I know is I get chills down my spine when I imagine what would have happened if Loki hadn't been here today. So does he not have amnesia? Has he been acting? Has he been capping this whole time?
Well, I mean, amnesia can also be it's like it's still in his short-term memory. This just happened. So like there's nothing about long-term, recollection here.
Yeah, that's true. Some of the guards are still alive too. I thought all of them would have been killed, but yeah, as we see in the earlier panels, a lot of the guards were killed.
Guard 12.
So I mean, but some of the guards are still alive, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see. We might get an answer like soon.
Okay, and Shanks is looking serious. He's flashing back to when he talked to Herald. When I join the Gods' Knights, it'll be a new dawn for Elbaph. Wrong choice of words, Herald. This shit was not a new dawn. It's the opposite, actually. And then this is Garling talking to Shanks. If you have any wish, simply name it and it'll be within your reach. You've truly endured a miserable, squalid life until now, my poor child.
This look on Garling is really funny.
He's like, is this Garling being nice? Like, is this Garling like attempting to be a good father?
I guess I don't know.
Like it seems like this is like a celestial dragon's version of love. Is like
yeah.
But you can get anything you want.
Yeah.
It's like trying to buy him out, basically. I don't know.
Forget your former life on the surface. The commoners down there don't even count as people. And then Shanks is he hurting or is he just?
Well, he's gripping his arm, the arm with the mark on it.
Is it physically hurting or just mentally hurting?
I think it's like, damn, this arm represents those people.
Yeah, it represents my connection to these people. Then Gabon says, "Hey Shanks, stop it!" And he hugs him. That's a bad habit. You should never resent the circumstances of your birth. Hey, and then there's Gabon being an actual good father, or father figure, uncle. Why did Herald have to die? He was such a pure soul. If only I had been faster. I mean, that's like Shanks. Like his whole thing is like being there in time to prevent things from going bad. Like that's what he's doing all the time in this new era. So I wonder if that's a part of his psyche, is he was not fast enough to save Herald.
Yeah,
so he tries to be fast enough in the future. This isn't your fault.
He should have just like not taken a bath with
yeah, he should have went right there.
He should have just gone straight to the castle.
Went straight to the castle.
Well, I mean, Herald was already a holy knight at the time,
I guess.
Yeah. This isn't your fault. Listen, Shanks, you're here for a reason. Everyone's life has some meaning to it. You just gotta hold on.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, damn. And then Loki in the flames at Harold's feet. Is this what happens when you love your country too much? He's crying, head in his hands. This sucks. And then he put his own cloak over Harold.
Right.
Damn.
I was gonna say, have we seen that arm? Like.
Yeah, we've seen it.
Yeah, we've seen that arm.
Okay.
I don't think we've seen the full tattoo, but we've seen like the.
I knew about
the shoulder.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. Oh. Harold's gone. Oh. Okay. Now Emu was talking about Harold. Yeah. He was a rare ancient giant, enhanced with even more power and an undying body. Those traits made him a true monster, and yet he was still killed, and he's huffing and puffing. Emu's still up. Emu's huffing and puffing again. Hold on. Who could have? Is something unforeseen lurking on Elbaph? We should have the Abyss pentagram carved by Harold inspected. Why? Why would they inspect the pentagram? Oh, the elders were saying that they should have it inspected. Yeah. And then he was like, what? No, why? That shall not be necessary. It would only result in the death of another knight. Every covenant comes with a price to be paid, even for Mu. Interesting. So does that mean that, like what we were talking about before, like every contract, we were suggesting that it might remove some of Emu's soul, or like remove some of his like original humanity, like every time he
perhaps. I mean,
yeah, but maybe it's like life force or something. I don't know.
I mean, this specific case, like, I mean, obviously you can use that wording to like assume many things, but I think in this specific case, he's like, the price was, you know, Loki became strong. Like that now there's a Loki out there. You know what I mean? Like that is the price that Emu paid. But
Emu's huffing and puffing. Is that like physical damage or mental damage?
I don't think it's. I think it's like more mental. Like I don't know. The power scalers are gonna have fun with this one. I
wonder if you kill a holy knight, it's like you kill a part of Emu or something. Like you kill the covenant, it like actually damages Emu himself.
I think at
the Horcrux.
I think at most he's probably like exhausted.
True.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
He had no qualms about lowering his head to appease humans. All he ever sought was communion with other nations and peoples. Harold was a total aberration. And yet he was born with the blood of those savage, battle-loving giants. Had we admitted him into the government flippantly, his very presence might have destroyed it from within. Elbaph should have never known a king of his disposition. Forging a covenant with a cooperative ancient giant like him was an unprecedented opportunity. This disappointing outcome proves that history does not lie. We were always going to be incompatible. Whoa! Never forget, Elbaph is of the D. Interesting. Is Loki a D? Is Harudin a D? Is Harold a D? I mean, is the royal family? I mean, makes sense.
It's kind of one of those things where like it's like the Kozuki family. Like they're like, you know, like they're just gonna be like families and lineages and races that align themselves with the D, and like it's not like a family thing. It's just like it's a belief and like, you know, what's passed down or whatever.
And I mean, in the mural we saw like an ancient giant working alongside Joy Boy in the war. So I mean, maybe the D is just like the descendants of everyone who fought with Joy Boy. Like I think that, I mean, we've already kind of come to a conclusion similar to that, but I feel like it's even more plausible that it is kind of just that at this point, or like that's like the group of people that originated it. Like the reason for originating this lineage, or like this name that's passed on, or the will that gets passed on, is still up in the air. But I think like right now, I think the original group that started the Will of D were just the people that fought alongside Joy Boy.
Yeah.
Which would mean that Davy Jones fought alongside Joy Boy.
Yeah, I mean, we had that conversation earlier. I mean,
they would also track that like the royal family, or I guess there's no royal family of Zoe, so I guess there might be like some like descendants of like the Minx that fought alongside Joy Boy there, but there's no like royal descendant family. But I bet Neptune and the
that's what I'm saying.
Neptune
It's
family
not like
are
a
D.
lineage,
Yeah,
but I don't think it's a lineage thing. Like, it's not like the current grandsons or great grandsons are like the D holders. It's like it's like if anything, like the fact that they all have D in their name is stressing the fact that it's not a family thing. Like they're not, like, Loki's not related to Luffy. You know what I mean?
No, not.
I don't think.
But like Loki's could, like, through the royal family is this descendant of the ancient giant that fought with Joy Boy.
So that's what I'm doubling down a little bit, is like I mean, that could be true, but I'm saying like that doesn't have to be true. Like,
yeah, it doesn't
have to be a blood relation thing, because and it's just like lineage piece, and that's just like kind of boring. Like, I think it's just like a hero of that time was of a D, and then you know, the people of that time also believed in that, and so the remnants, regardless of family, also still believe in, not necessarily believe in it, but they carry the name, and that in turn is of D.
True.
Yeah, that aligns a lot more with inherited will and such too.
Yeah.
All right. So Emu was saying that Emu really wanted an ancient giant on his side just off of pure power, but someone like Harold was never gonna work. Like, they shouldn't have even tried. Like, someone who is that compassionate and that willing to work with people who are lower than him was never gonna work in the government, even if he was powerful. So I guess this is Emu's line in the sand. Like, no more. Like, they have to align with their ideals, which is interesting that they try to get Loki. They did try to get Loki.
As far as they understood, like, maybe Loki was an enemy to Elbaph. You know what I mean?
True. That is true. Okay. And it's snowing again in Elbaph. I think the symbolism of Elbaph snow being like tears, or being like sad moments happening during Elbaph snow continues. Loki, after this, the country will be in disarray. I'm heading out to sea, old timer. I'll take the surviving soldiers with me. Oh.
Nice.
Oh, so that's his crew. He didn't go alone. And what about Harold's final request? To tell the people of Elbaph what happened. And then Loki says, there's no way I can tell them the truth. To save Harold's honor, he won't do that to Harold, even if it was his request.
Yeah.
Just drop it, all of you. Don't speak a word of what happened here today. Okay, so that explains why Shanks and Gabon aren't revealing the truth in the future.
Jarl's just keeping up the act, maybe?
I think so.
Yeah, let's see.
Jarl's a real one. If we say nothing, who do you think they'll blame for all this? It'll be the same as always. Say a word to become king. Can you see me actually honoring Father's ideals? I can only tackle this in my own way. With this ability, I'll settle the regrets of the old man and his soldiers. And then Jarl says, don't be stupid, Loki. The world government is a big organization. It won't be as easy as you think. And then Shanks and Gabon clearly have some thoughts on it, but they're not saying anything. And then word gets out that the castle was attacked. Okay.
Whoa.
And now we're back to the present. It's Luffy in the corner. It's Luffy in the corner. We're back. Welcome back. We're back. Oh my god. Flashback over.
It's nuts.
Wow.
Okay.
Beautiful flashback. Bravo. Yeah. Oh my god.
Wow.
And we're back.
Starting
After
the year
that,
off, right back. Look at that.
After that, I set out to sea. Harudine, by the time you guys returned to the island, everyone had already dubbed me Loki the Patricide. And I made no effort to correct that narrative, but It's not like I was crazy enough to brag about killing him either. I just didn't want everything he stood for to be dismissed because of how things turned out. With all that in mind, do you really think I should have told the people everything? And then Gabon confirms he's telling the truth, Haradin. And Luffy's paying attention to this story.
Yeah.
Be paying attention.
No, not often.
No, he's a good listener, bro.
He falls asleep all the time. He fell asleep when Jinbei told his story.
When he doesn't care.
Some real shit. Be locking in.
Damn, so Jinbei wasn't talking about some real shit. But I mean, this is like a familiar face on Luffy of like locked in against an enemy. This is like, I mean, like, yes, during Enies Lobby, Luffy's been locked in against the world government, but that was more of like a sort of ambiguous entity. But now Luffy has like fucking specific like animosity towards someone who has wronged his newfound friend here in the Holy Knights. So I feel like
he doesn't fully know everything either. Like,
no,
he doesn't actually know about Emu. Like Loki doesn't either.
But I mean, this is like, I mean, Luffy's never really directed his sights in this direction before.
Look, man, this story involves his mentor too. Like, he's probably like, okay, well, there's some like cool stuff. But yeah,
and he might be internalizing that too. Of like, or did Loki tell him or like know that Shanks was? No, Loki did not know that Shanks was a celestial dragon, so that's not something that Luffy knows now.
Yeah, probably not now.
No, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Loki says, "Get it already. I really didn't want to relive all this crap." Elder Jarl always... Oh, and the Haradin says, Elder Jarl always opposed to your execution. So he's realizing now that people were keeping it secret this whole time. I can understand why you chose to keep this secret. Father choosing death in the face of the government's manipulation. The world government has been our enemy this whole time.
Yes.
I wonder, what did they do to Father? And then Gabon says, indeed. And now they've sent more knights to Elbaph with some deep ties to Harold. Even Loki doesn't know all the details about Harold's dealings in the Holy Land. I can fill you in if you want. Sure, come on, go ahead, fill me in. Fill me in. Another flashback, run it back. Oh my god, Zoro and Sanji too. I miss them so much. Holy.
I mean, they're out of here. They're up. So they're probably close to a battle. We'll see.
That won't be necessary now, Yao-san. We need no... Haradin said, fuck that. We're fighting, not another flashback.
Yeah.
We need no further reason to protect our country. And the shackle has been released and Loki has been freed after 6 years. Dude, that must feel good. No sea stone after 6 years? Come on. Loki, it seems we both feel the same way about Father. I'm sorry for everything. For the sake of Elbaph, let's make a stand together. Oh, let's go. Let's go. And I guess Loki's realizing how good it feels to not be bound by sea stone. And then Luffy's happy as fuck. Whoa, that's great, Loki. You can fight now. Facts. That's what I'm saying. And there's a growl. Roar! And then an explosion in the underworld. Oh, and it's one of Killingham's monsters. Yeah, it probably fell.
Wow.
It's because Kid took it out. Kid is coming this chapter, guys.
Oh yeah.
Who pushed this off? Was it one of the giants?
I don't know.
Because it fell from up above. That's crazy. Okay. Whoa! Wait, that thing is fucking gigantically huge. Look at that. Look at Loki compared to that thing.
Yeah, I mean they're nightmares. They're nightmares of giants.
Like, yeah, that makes sense. That's one of the monsters that was rampaging up there. And then Chopper, I miss Chopper. Chopper's back. They've got a ton of creatures running wild. Where did they come from? Isn't that a Draugr? I never thought those things were real. This'll be a good warm-up. Go on ahead, I'll just jump up. What in the world is that? What's going on up there?
Is Loki saying that he can jump from the lower level to the higher level? That's what I was
thinking. Yeah.
I bet it's not. I bet it's not in one jump. I bet he parkours up. We saw him climb it as a baby.
We did, yeah.
I'm sure he. I don't think he can one shot jump all the way up. So yeah. So Hardin is joining them going up. And then the rest of the giant warrior pirates say, "We admit we prejudged you when we called you a kinslaying piece of crap." And Loki says, "This is the best. I can move. It's so freeing." And Luffy's laughing on his leg. Loki hitting the Nika pose.
Missed some stuff above that, but
oh, my bad.
You're good.
We're really sorry. And then Hardin says, "But this doesn't undo all the other things you've done." Shut up and go already. I don't need to hear your guys. I don't need to hear you guys yap. Luffy hitting the Nika pose during a liberated Loki's first moments free. That's kind of fire. That's kind of fire. And this is Rox's dream, man. Luffy's living Rox's dream.
Happening.
Chopper surprised. Gabon notices something. And then he says, "Hey Doc, I know you want to take care of me here, but I'm worried about my son up there." Yeah, you make a good point. Oh, so Sanji picks them both up. And then is taking them up. Okay, so they're gonna hopefully get Colin to safety up there. What are you still doing here? And then Luffy laughs and says, "I'm dying to see you fight." Same Luffy. "All right, let's show him your power, Ragnir." And then Ragnir squeaks as he picks him up. And then he hits him.
What the hell?
And that's an ice attack. Niflheim. So there's multiple elements that the hammer can summon, it seems. Wow. Whoa, a chilling attack. Yeah. And that's the end of the chapter. Interesting. You know what? I think I have a good idea of what
is it? Is it the realm that he's in?
So
no, because he used lightning earlier in this realm.
Yeah. I think
in this one, really?
I think
Oh yeah, he did.
So I saw earlier a couple, I don't know, whenever Ragnir Squirrel was revealed. I didn't talk about it because I didn't really know what this could mean, but someone or a few people brought up there's a mythical squirrel in Norse mythology that is a messenger between all of the realms in the world tree. It runs from the top to the bottom of the world tree and delivers messages. So what if the fruit that is inside the hammer is the mythical squirrel, which has properties of the 3 different realms of Elbaph. So it has the thunder, which I guess would be the heaven realm, because thunder, lightning, potentially could be representative of the heaven, and then it has ice powers, which could be representative of this underworld right here. And then there's the third one, the sun realm, could also have fire powers or something like that.
But this is Niflheim. That's one of the 7 realms. What if it's 7 powers?
That would also be cool. But I feel like that might just be Oda just took that and made that Elbaph culture.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I agree with that. But
because there are in Elbaph there are 3 realms.
3. Yeah, true.
Yeah. So I think it would make sense if there are 3 realms of there's only 3 powers. What would be the 7 different powers of this elemental powers? But I expect that since the Draugr and the Jormungandr, all these actual Norse myths have been turned into Elbaphian myths in One Piece. I think the names for the Norse realms could also just be mythological names for the realms in Elbaph, and there are only 3 of those. So I think that's my reasoning for thinking there's only going to be 3 elemental powers in Ragnir.
Yeah.
Which would extrapolate that the Sun realm would be the power that we haven't seen yet, and it would be like a fire.
Yeah, I'm
fire
cool with that.
attack.
I do like that. I do like that idea. Yeah, that'd be nuts. Because it's like Valhalla, right? Is that the gods?
No, it's the
Asgard.
The under the yeah, it would be like Niflheim,
it's like Midgard, right? That's Earth.
I think I feel like there's no Midgard on like,
yeah. Wouldn't the regular realm be Midgard here?
Yeah, it would be Midgard, Niflheim, and then Asgard would be the top. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
That'd be cool. And if that's the power split as well, maybe Midgard is like lightning, and maybe Asgard is like fire or some shit like that.
Or I think it would be the other way around, because the Sun realm is the middle in Elbaph.
Oh, the Heaven realm is above that, right?
Yeah, the Heaven realm is the top, and the Heaven realm would be Asgard. And that would make sense because like Thor's hammer, lightning. If that's the Asgard attack, then the Midgard attack is fire, and then Niflheim is ice. I think that'd be cool. But I mean, this is just crazy. Like Loki is unleashed. Loki's unleashed, and he's here to do some freaking damage, dude. Taking out like one of the biggest like creatures we've ever seen in the series. Like maybe the biggest one. Like what the hell is bigger than this? Like Loki is the size of oars.
It's pretty big. It's pretty big. Yeah.
Like maybe some like the biggest sea kings are bigger than this thing. Maybe.
I don't know. The scale is like so out of whack for me that I can't even like think about it.
Yeah, because like if this is like a giant to giants, then yeah, that's crazy. I mean, this is also kind of like a Killingham feat to like make something that's this big. That's insane.
Killingham is kind of dope. Like I really like, I can see Summers like somehow losing here permanently, but I can't see Killingham. I think like the world government needs Killingham.
Yeah, to like provide just like things to fight in the final war.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's see, what else did we learn in this chapter? I think we learned a little bit about Emu's, like, I think this is maybe the longest we've just heard Emu talk. Just like straight up multiple sentences, Emu's just straight up opinions and like ideals and motivations and like a little bit of emotion here. Like Emu seems shaken in this scene.
Right.
And and he says that is something unforeseen lurking on Elbaph, which means I think that Ragnir was such a well-kept secret, or like whatever devil fruit Loki has was such a well-kept secret that it was unknown to Emu.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And maybe it's in the same boat as like the ancient weapons, where it was used in this ancient Void Century war, but Emu and the world government tried to snuff out or take for themselves all of the powerful artifacts, all the powerful weapons, or just remove them completely. And that Ragnir was one of the ones that was left over, and so maybe that's why it's unforeseen, because there's still a remnant that exists.
Yeah, I have like no idea. Like this, like it's hard to even think of like what the. I mean, we know there's a long history between the ancient races and the celestial dragons. Like they somehow defeated the Lunarians, right? They defeated the Lunarians, but they couldn't beat the giants. Like. Presumably they fought for Elbaph and they lost. That's like, at least that's my headcanon.
Yeah.
And maybe part of the reason they lost is because of this weapon and this power. And they kept it safe all these years. It's like, the last line of defense. Like weapon of mass destruction that they just have, And Emu was not privy to it. Or maybe he thought that, like, getting Herald means Emu had access to everything.
Yeah.
But even Herald did not give that to himself.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And you know what? Now that Ragnir is revealed to have ice powers, it's interesting that the Galila giants are frozen.
Right. You think they got frozen through Ragnir?
Or maybe it was like a cryogenic thing of like they're like trying to freeze themselves to be like, it's like something like Toki of like sending yourselves to the future. Like what if they're like, we're gonna freeze ourselves until we're able to be released by the future wielder of Ragnir.
Yeah. I mean, that's not outside of the, suspension of disbelief of One Piece. Yeah. But
well, I mean, Saul lived being frozen.
Yeah. But that was like what, like maybe a couple days? I don't know. Kazan let him go.
Yeah. I don't know. But I think that's like inside the realm of possible like scientific thing.
I'm not ruling that out because it's One Piece. But I don't know. I think there is definitely like some link there. I just can't even think of, like, I can't even imagine Ragnir, like, because the Galila giants, they seem like inventors and builders, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Ragnir like seems like a weapon, like a true weapon.
Well, I mean, they're the Galila Warhammer company, like that's what they're called.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they have something to do with a hammer.
Yeah.
Like building it. I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
I mean, I just wonder, like, if someone were to eat this squirrel fruit, like not the weapon, would they just have like lightning and fire, or lightning and ice, and potentially even more powers based on the realms of Elbaph? Or is it actually inside the hammer and we're just wrong on this being the case?
I have no idea. We've never seen anything like this.
It is pretty crazy. Yeah, but like also but I think the thing is that can't be, the ice and the lightning cannot be from, or I guess the ice technically could, but the fact that Loki said, Ragnir, let's go, let's show him, and then he used the ice power, I think it is Ragnir's power. But I think the lightning at least can't be Loki's devil fruit power, because he was able to use it while still being shackled by Sea Stone.
Oh yeah. I think I'm pretty much set on like this like elemental hammer power. Like it's related to the hammer, not Loki's fruit. Yeah. I think Loki's fruit is like just some insane mythical zone that there's probably some crazy synergy that he has with the hammer that we haven't seen yet. But I think this hammer is just special on its own.
You know what? If Rox was really talking about Ragnir as one of the devil fruits, it's quite funny that Rox was like one of like the two devil fruits that Rox was talking about that would conquer the world is just this fucking squirrel.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's a big question too. Like how does Rox know about this stuff but not? I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know. We'll see what like
through the Davy clan. I feel like the Davy clan mad knowledgeable. Knowledgeable.
Probably. Yeah, I'm with that.
You know what? Wow, and the flashback's over. I'm very happy to be back in the present. I'm very happy to see our boy Luffy, to see Zoro and Sanji and Chopper. Very happy to see Harudin and Loki make up. I think that's gonna be something that's probably kind of skipped over when talking about this chapter, because it is one of the smaller moments, but I do really like that. I want to see them work together.
Yeah, the brothers of Elbaph, actually on the same side for once.
So
awesome.
We are leaving the flashback without the I think 8 years in between this and
the Shanks
and like I think it's, oh god, I don't know the amount of years, but like the years in between this and Loki getting chained.
chained up.
Yeah.
Isn't it 6? Doesn't Loki been chained for 6 years? Am I tweaking?
Oh yeah. So there's 2 years, I think. I think it's.
Yeah. Well, no, because Luffy got his fruit at 10 years old. That's 1 year after this flashback.
So there's 9 years after this flashback to now.
Yeah. And then there's like exactly. And then there's 3 years between the flashback, Loki sailing, and then fighting Shanks.
Okay. So there's 3 years of Loki's adventure, and then there's 6 years of Loki being chained up. So all of that is, or like, I guess those 3 years are the big question mark of like what happened during those 3 years. And I mean, we might see it from a Shanks flashback. We might see it at the end of this arc in like another, like a Gabon like exposition. Like Gabon said he knew what happened, but then everyone was like, shut up, we don't need another flashback.
Yeah, it probably will be like a post battle like flashback thing. It's because Loki has to keep up Luffy's promise and tell him where Shanks is.
Right.
So that has to come in some way back to the story. And so maybe we get some more details on Loki and Shanks' relationship, because I think it is interesting. Like even the remarks Loki had for Shamrock was interesting, and I think it's because of his relationship with Shanks.
Man, I think at this point it feels super desperate for the Holy Knights to want to recruit Loki. Like it feels super desperate from them. Yeah,
I think like again, I kind of wanna put that in the headspace of like if Shamrock visited the Holy Knight, or sorry, the Gorosei in that one panel, right? If he said, I want to talk about a certain pirate, and it's Loki, now it tracks a little bit. Yeah. Now his dad's a Gorosei. He gets the in. He's like, hey, Dad, can I go get Loki? And then his dad's like, sure. Now he can do it. You know what I mean? Like before, because like the whole question before was like, why now? Like, why? What changes now that like needs Loki there? But yeah, I mean, you know, they think, at least there's no reason to believe not, that Loki's an enemy of Elbaph too. So,
right. And I wanna see the extent of Loki's adventures. Like, where did he go? What did he do? What kind of impact did he have while he was? Because 3 years is nothing to scoff at. Like, of someone of Loki's power being on this, dude. Like, like Loki was like a Yonko level threat, dude. Just sailing for 3 years.
Hey, some people think he was a Yonko, and that Shanks defeating him made him a Yonko.
That's actually, you know what? That would be cool. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why Big Mom wanted to marry her family to Loki, because it was like, that's another one of like, that's the same thing that she did with Kaido, like an alliance of 2 Yonko to find the One Piece. Maybe that, because she said if Lola was able to marry Loki and their families combined, then she would become the Pirate King, that she would find the One Piece. So I think that was her criteria for going after the One Piece, was to ally herself with another one of the Yonko level powers.
Yeah, I mean, I also think that like, I mean, she's not wrong. Like Rox thought the same thing. Ally yourself with a giant will probably help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, now Luffy has done it, and he's probably going to be Pirate King. So,
good job, Luffy.
Big Mom was probably right. Yeah,
you did it. All you needed to do was trust in him, even though everyone else in the world called him a liar.
Yeah. Hey, Luffy knows what's up.
All you needed to do was get the vibe check.
Yeah.
Damn. Man, I can't believe it's a break week.
I do like when Shanks is like, you know, holding his arm, and the stuff that Gibbon says. It's very reminiscent of Tom and Frankie, actually. That's like what I was thinking.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like everyone deserves to live. Like, you know, no one should hate themselves for being born or whatever.
Dude, I really like the panel of Harold's body covered by Loki's cloak. Yeah. That one's really good.
Yeah.
And I like how he says this sucks, because I feel like it's very, like, I feel like that is very uniquely Loki. Like, I feel like being in such despair because his life has been such despair for so long, and still being like kind of crass about it, or like not being able to really let out the full emotions.
It's just that, like, I think deep down Loki probably thought it was okay to be like hated and be like, you know, cynical and mean and whatever about Elbaph, and, you know, say all these things because his father was such a good figure. Like, he kind of represented everything Loki did not show actionably, but maybe believed deep down. And so to see, like, hey, even the guy who, you know, was the strongest, was the best, was doing everything right, even he gets killed, that does suck. Like, you know what I mean? Like everything Loki could have stood for is like dead right in front of him.
Right, and he says before that, is this what happens when you love your country too much?
Yeah, exactly.
So we got a comment on our last reaction video about Ragnir. I'll pop it up on the screen here. It talks about how in the mural there's a line that says something along the lines of the force god tamed demons or tamed devils, depending on the translation, and that being in the second world, which most people, or at least a lot of people, attribute that to devil fruits being created in the second world. But from what we posited in the last video, with the lab on Elbaph being old enough to be from the first world, and we see a ancient devil fruit weapon there on Elbaph, we brought up the idea of maybe this technology existed back in the first world. But this comment is saying that if devil fruits were tamed in the second world, what if there were untamed devils or untamed demons before that? And I think that might be a good thing to talk about, of like maybe this concept of like dreams creating or like going back to Vegapunk's like dreams creating a different future, and that's what manifests in devil fruits. Like if that is tamed in the second world but it existed in the first world, and like these devil fruit weapons, these objects with devils inside of them, are like the lab rats of like the first scientists who tried to test it, and it was fully tamed into devil fruits in the second world. I like that idea, and it goes along with the mural.
I mean, just going back to the idea we had about like the One Piece world being mythologized and being, you know, fabled and legend, or it feels like a legend now, and how we really feel like when we do get those flashbacks, it'll be a lot more sillier, it'll be a lot more funnier, like back then. I think devils are like a strong word, especially like in the term of like, you know, in the mural talk, like the forest god tamed devils, like that sounds like so epic. But like the reality is, like, if you use that concept, the devils in question are probably like just the concepts itself, like fire and ice, and, you know, these like things that like they, through science, they figured out a way to turn into devil fruits or whatever. And I think there might be something interesting there, where like before they figured out devil fruits, like maybe a thought we had before was like they tested it out on like these items, and it, like maybe they, you know, put the squirrel fruit or the what is it called, the what is it called, the blood God, I'm completely blanking on what they call it in the story. What is the green blood like?
Oh, the bloodline elements.
Bloodline elements, right? They put the bloodline elements of a squirrel into a
hammer,
stone, or a hammer, or whatever, right? Like, I think there might be something there where like pre-second world they were doing things like that, but I don't think like they were just, you know, well, I don't know, but I personally don't think it was just like, oh, there's a roaming, you know, tree that ate the dragon fruit, you know what I mean? Like I don't think that was just happening. Like I think like the taming of devils is just like a fableized way of saying they cracked down the code on devil fruits, and, you know, they made them or whatever. And they could still
be possible that the first world lab was experimenting with devil fruits, but it was perfected, or not even devil fruits, but like experimenting with the science that ends up leading to devil fruits, and maybe Ragnir has not eaten a devil fruit, but like the squirrel bloodline elements or something has been put inside of it instead of it eating the devil fruit, like what Vegapunk can do now.
Yeah, and I think that the science is probably very similar. Like, I think Vegapunk, like, rather than like it would be so cool if, like, instead of discovery, it was, or instead of like Vegapunk
invention,
figuring it out, it was
discovery.
Exactly. You got it.
Thank you for watching. We're Whole Cake Homies. We do weekly chapter reaction and discussion content, and we got some more special videos cooking up that are coming out within these break weeks that we're getting. But I can't wait to get up to 1172 and the continuation of Elbaph. See you later. Peace.